We continue with one of the longest days of matches on the stream ever in the Feer Fiesta. Vatira makes it past his teammate Rise, and it'll be Vatira or Nass as the final player in the top 4. After we have the 4, and probably at some point after stream, I will set up the top 4 in the semifinals such that we get the juiciest matches, because that's the part of the Fiesta, just so you guys know. Chat, here we go. It's Nass versus Vatira in the 8th straight match of the day. If you're watching on YouTube, I'm sure I have not deteriorated at all in energy. Still at peak performance. Somebody said, after this, I'm gonna need a Feer siesta. And to be fair, that does sound very true. Nass is trying to make Vatira take a siesta. Hopefully putting him to sleep here in this matchup. Comes in as the favorite for sure, but Vatira could win against just about anybody. We were looking at Vatira's history. We briefly talked about it when he was playing against Rise. He started, according to RL Duels, which is, as we've already talked about, missing some of his games. He started with a win over Rapid. I'm sure you guys remember that one. And has a win over Dark. And then he has a bunch of close series against like the likes of Zen during Zen's insane streak. He actually went to game 7 with Zen, so he's definitely capable of playing all the way to the tippy top. But as far as wins go, he has the wins over Rise, wins over Rapid, wins over Dark, and then apparently a win over Moxie, which is not on RL Duels. So who knows what other wins he might have. Sounds like D7RL ran the one that he won against Moxie. He also has some losses against Moxie. It's not like he's perfect against Moxie. But being able to beat Moxie is a pretty good litmus test. I don't know what I'm saying. It's a pretty good test to see if you are, you know, a high level ones player. Moxie doesn't just lose to anybody who can't hang. Litmus, yeah, I think that always sounds weird to me though. Nass gonna score seconds. You've never lost to Moxie? True. I've also never lost to Moxie. I don't think I've played against him in any sort of 2-on-1 or 3v1 format. I think Moxie did try and beat 3 Grand Champs before, which is not easy. Vatira gonna farm a kickoff to retie the game. What is Nass's decal? I half expected to look at it and have it be Bluster Bar, but it actually looks like it isn't. So I can't tell you what it is. So far, the top 3 are Rawas, Atto. I'm blanking. 8 straight matches, guys. I can't do it. Moxie. Moxie, Rawas, Atto. And the winner of this game. Vatira right now, a 4-2 lead. Quite the elite list of 1v1ers to join if Vatira is able to take Nass down. I feel like Vatira just matches up well against everybody. Because Rise, while a very talented ones player, I don't think plays as much ones as the rest of the crowd in this tournament. I guess he did win 3-0, but I felt like each game was a nail-biter before Vatira took the sweep. And I was expecting, you know, a heavy favorite in the one scene to maybe look solid against. Why is everyone typing just forfeits? I don't. Who's supposed to forfeit? Vatira wants 3 resets, but 3 is not enough. Nass gets to tie up the game for free. It's literally going to be Rawas Moxie again, isn't it? Yeah, I'll probably try and set it up so that it's not Rawas Moxie in the semifinals. And, you know, we get some new matchups that we haven't seen. And it'll probably end up being Rawas Moxie like it always is. 3-1 Feer goldfish memory. Listen. Oh, Rise. Yeah, Rise 1-1. Okay, at the 8th match, do I get any leeway? Chat? Can we agree? If I offer to give you 8 straight 1v1 matches in a single stream, you guys give me just a bit of leeway. No. Have to be perfect every moment. Even 5 hours into a stream. No, absolutely not. People riot. Yeah, okay. Why am I not surprised? Nass taking the lead. 6-5. High scoring first few minutes of this game. Old Fear can do 16. I do think 8 is the most I've ever done. Well, the most I've ever done is best of ones for 24 straight hours. So I guess that's the most I've ever done. But as far as full show matches, I want to say 8. If you do good work is expected of you. Wow. Mr. Swag Jesus YOLO with the very kind, very introspective take on everyone holding me to a high standard. Which, of course, I always expect from Mr. Swag Jesus YOLO. It could be Jesus YOLO, but for some reason, it seems like it's Jesus. Nass trying to pull away in game 1. Vatira has done well in defense so far in his games today. And I want to say that that's been a moniker of his once gameplay, even in matches not on my stream. We talked about it before. It's what got us into mentioning all his different MVPs. Don't get those for no reason. Even though 1v1 is a bit different of a game mode. Nass probably could afford to play safe with 45 seconds left to go and a 2-goal lead, and he does exactly the opposite. He looks to try and milk out the end of this dribble. And now Vatira only needs 1 in 35 seconds. Nass bumped. Vatira can't get around to the ball in order to take a shot. Nass has all the boost on the map. Vatira had just a pad to work with. Demoed, and now Nass can waste 10 of these seconds if he really wanted to by taking the ball back to his back wall, but he is just going to put pressure on Vatira right away. And it's a goal. 8-6. Will it be the goal that secures game 1? Very well could be. Nass cannot make it back. The wave dash kickoff fails him. So Vatira is still alive. Vatira had a spectacular 0-second chance against Rise, but wasn't able to pull it off this time. Denied of having that chance as Nass rolls it away. Takes the early lead. Then that makes a bit more sense. Vatira sticking in the same Fennec from the last game. Truly a groundbreaking adjustment in his one strategy based on what we saw before. Vatira passing to himself, or at least hoping to, off the sidewall, but it's actually more of a shot. He can't get back to it. Nass has to save it. Now Vatira, wow, he was looking for the impossible angle there. Nass, did he just leave the net open? He did, yeah. He just wall dashes himself away after throwing the ball in front of his net himself, and just allows Vatira to get the first goal. I would have typed it way more if it wasn't slow mode. Wait, what? So every 30 seconds for the past forever, you've been asking for me to eat McDonald's. Vatira, the respawn again. He definitely would have had the save. For the second time, Vatira using the new mechanic. Why is he so quick with it too? You can tell that when Vatira is messing around with friends in a private match, he has denied their goals many times with the respawn, because that just comes way too natural. Nass slamming that directly down into Vatira. Vatira shouldn't have a ton of boost to work with from this position. But if Nass isn't careful, he won't be able to hold on to his advantage. He has nothing now. Side cuts Vatira. Dodges the demo attempt as Vatira tries to get back in the game. And then hands Vatira the ball. Such a great effort to earn himself this possession. And what does he do with it? He flops in front of the ball and allows Vatira the open long shot. You don't want to talk about Vatira making saves off respawn? Wait, are you talking about... The first one that came to mind wasn't Vatira, it was actually Rise. Didn't Rise respawn and save the SSG shot? I don't know if I can think about the one that you're talking about with Vatira. I remember because everyone was speculating whether or not, I thought it was Rise, had his wheels turned the correct way at the start. As he had tried to guess on the respawn, and I think he thought he did, but then the replay said he actually didn't, but he still made it. Vatira just barely able to get enough on this dribble to not get completely exposed. He was never really going to be able to score that with Nass's positioning. Nice save from Nass as he follows this up for the lead. If someone manually respawned after a demo in RLCS, would they be caught? Yes, you say. After a demo, though, I mean, I think what he's trying to say is if instead of 3 seconds of demo, it's like 2.8 seconds of demo. Is someone going to notice that? Like, do you have to have the scoreboard open to see the person disappear from the scoreboard and rejoin it? Would any pro be willing to admit they've tried it and taken a 2.5 second demo? The thing is, on the replays, you could find it. I'm sure you could time out the person's respawn and be like, look, cheater. They'd see it in the game logs. Oh yeah, the RLCS probably has more sophisticated logs and tools to just easily tell when you do that. Nass cannot force this through on the goal line. Vatira able to play a bit of keep away as Nass looks to challenge his dribble near the top of the arena. Grab the 100. He's going to go off the ceiling. Vatira taps it right back up. Nass a flick into the top left to regain his 2-goal lead shortly off the kickoff. Yeah, there's probably a million ways. I don't think you can get away with it. But that's the kind of speculation we need as Nass doesn't quite get the save here. It seemed like he should have. You know, 5 or 6 hours into the stream, how long has it been now? It's time to do all the speculation. Nass wanted to punish Vatira, who is headed to the side wall, by just cutting in field. Vatira able to stop that. Down 1 with a minute. Has a chance. to tie it up, but Nass, a very important save. He's now able to pull a little bit more time off the clock, or maybe even extend it more, as Vatira's backflip challenge rolls over the ball. Who's your predicted grand final? I think we already talked about the grand final for this, which is that no matter what I do, there's death, taxes, and a Rawas Moxie grand final. I guess literally my only chance at not getting a Rawas Moxie grand final is... I'm trying to see why Vatira said nice block. Is it just pure toxicity? The way I could guarantee that it doesn't happen in the grand final is I could pick it to happen in the semis. But I don't think I will, because we've seen it so many times. Nice use of the reset. Vatira, never giving up, has himself in this game. And a bit of creative offense as he taps it off the ceiling into his reset. Nass converts on a quick-off goal immediately, though. Puts himself right back on top. Camera check from Nass. And he is going to waste out his 30 seconds. Vatira immediately with the quick chats as soon as Nass shows. But he actually almost, like he got affected by the quick chats, gives Vatira the ball. He's like, all right, you're right. That was cringe. I'll tap it to you. Oh, Vatira. He's going to tie it up. Was his quick chat enough to convince Nass not to waste the time like he clearly wanted to? The close one from Vatira. 8 seconds left to go. I don't know if that was an intentional delay kickoff, but it was slightly delayed. Nass just seems to convert on kickoffs after every tie game. He tries to just shoot directly, and that will probably hit ground. Yeah, Nass lets it hit ground. Not that he would have been able to do much had he tried to keep it up. So overtime in game number 2. Nass tried to drain the clock with 30 seconds, and his reward is a game loss as Vatira throws the woos and takes it in OT off the kickoff. 1-1 between Nass and Vatira. Nass into a new car quickly before that goal replay is even over, as we head to game number 3. Game number 3. Nass gonna start this game with Vatira missing in nets, courtesy of his air dribble. Vatira trying to pick up pads and turn back in on the bounce. Couldn't get up to it. Bro is using Vatira's preset. You guys think that this is Vatira's preset? Or are you just saying that Bluster Bar is? Does he use this specific purple and black with the Cristianos? I'll be honest. Most Bluster Bar cars look the same to me. I remember Vatira had the Hulk car. That's when I first remember it. Was that the first Bluster Bar car that was used? Wasn't that Vatira with the Hulk? But that was, of course, not this one, because this one is not the Hulk. Unless... Oh, yeah, it would have been blue team. First was Astral. Astral is kind of an innovator as far as presets go, no? Vatira gaining a bit of momentum after sneaking away that game number 2. It is a massive momentum swing when you're up 2 with 30 seconds left to go, about to put yourself up 2 in the whole series. I mean, it's feels like all but locking it in. Nass couldn't hold on, so now he finds himself equal, and he's quickly down. Game number 3, but Nass trying to erase what. Wait. I've been streaming too long to have people typing Vatira in my chat. Oh my goodness. Delay kickoff. The delay wave dash kickoff is the great ones tool Vati is using to much success. Did he just throw a close one on that play? Vatira wants to play the zero boost game. You kind of have the choice when you get possession like that. You could take the ball to the corner and play the 100 boost game. Allow the defender to get 100, you get 100, and you attack them, you know, on equal footing. Or you could attack them on equal footing but with zero boost by taking the ball directly at the net, forcing that defender to stay pinned. Sometimes that's the better way to play it. This time it didn't work out. Allowed Nass to tie the game back up. Nass, a few different fakes. And he got Vatira to freeze long enough. Oh no, I missed the whole thing. Is this the last game for today? Yeah, unfortunately it is. And I did my absolute best to stream as long as possible. Oh wow. Vatira ultimately shooting low. Nass able to save it. I did start a little bit early though. I needed to start early for the sake of the EU guys and the sake of myself being able to work later. Vatira ties it back up, muscling it down the center of the field. Slight little pogo catch too. A little hint of what's maybe to come. What is your prediction of Nass versus Vatira? Well, it's basically cheating when the game is already just about fully halfway. We are 2.5 games in. Could be halfway if it goes to 5. So I'll just tell you what I probably would have said before the series started, which is I think I would have predicted a Nass victory. Maybe 3-1, the way Nass has been playing recently. But Vatira is trying to make it the opposite. He's trying to make it 3-1 in his favor. I would not predict the same result, of course, having seen how Vatira is playing and especially how much momentum seems to be favoring him right now. Nass, though, should be able to equalize. Greg the Dolphin, thank you for the tier 1 for 2 months. What is my 1v1 rank? I heard a couple people ask about my 1v1 rank and my peak 1v1 rank. Right now, I think, well, first off, it's unranked. And I don't think I've actually played 10 in a couple seasons. But when it is ranked, I think it's, or the MMR of it is around Champ 2. The highest I've ever been, I'll never forget, is 1 game away from Grand Champ. Because I played my, promotion game, lost it, and of course, as is all too familiar for every Rocket League player, continued to lose, the next 5 straight or whatever, and then never got back. Yo, Vorix, or Vorix, or Vori XD, who knows? Thank you for the Prime. They never found the controller after that. .50 pinched straight into the air. Vatira forced to back off. Nass. No low 50. Nass pre-jumped. Has nothing left to show from his dribble. Tried to side flip in a way that maybe he was going to clip the boost, but he had to go up too high in order to touch the ball, and he came away with nothing, and instead it's Vatira who earns the possession and outplays Nass with an extra touch. to launch it over the top. Vatira able to take his back corner boost. Not allow Nass to steal it. Nass has some of his own, though, so grabs him at the midfield. Forced to clear off the back wall. This is why we see so many people working on or being effective at going the whole distance of the field, because when you find yourself on the back wall with the ball, often your only choice is to kind of dribble out to the midfield and cost you a ton of boost, and you end up losing possession. But if you can try and dribble it all the way to the other side of the field and make it a shot. And a lot of players have been really effective in doing so. Of course, not every possession on the back wall is easy to do it with. Vatira could do it here, but with a 2-goal lead, he's trying to give Nass a taste of his own medicine by wasting a bit of time, and he baits Nass all the way in. Nass was setting up his challenge in a way that he was expecting a Vatira to meet him and maybe try and dunk it through or something, but Vatira just pulled off the ball, and so Nass just slams it into the back wall. I think that must have been what we were expecting. But Vatira, 10 seconds to put something on for the fans in the final moments. Maybe a nice clean double reset. Nass says, I will not allow you to clip. In fact, he might even go make the game look a bit closer if he brings the ball all the way to the net, but no. It's Vatira up 2-1, one game away from joining the top 4. What time tomorrow? I haven't been able to establish that with the players yet. Game number 4. We might start it early again tomorrow, like as early as we did today, which was 5 p.m. Central European time. If I can get the 3 players to be available then. We'll have to figure it out. Yeah, you know Only Rays from a long time in the past because we found each other in solo standard. People begged for solo standard to get removed for so long. Vatira, a pogo for the fans? He resisted the bounce. One of the things about the art of the pogo is you must accept the direction and flow the way it wants you to flow. Vatira tried to fight through it. Are you the soccer dad of Rule 1? That has been the joke recently. Vatira forcing his way into the top 4. $1,000 on the line. It is going to be winner take all. Nass looking to try and fight his way back from a matchup I would argue he was a bit more prepared for. Nass dribble from the corner. Immediately pulled off the gas as soon as he saw Vatira's pre-jump. Feer did as well. He mirrored the dribble perfectly and eliminated any options. Nass forced to just hand possession back over to Vatira. And that is the kind of defense that awards you MVPs. Vatira double. Oh my goodness. Takes it the length of the field. Off of his own back wall. A little pass to himself off the ceiling to reset. Nass, you're jumping but too late. Against Vati Goat, as so many people have been claiming him to be in chat. Vatira is going to make it 4-1. Vatira Can he follow this in? No, he can't. He gave it a soft flick. And Nass was able to boom it off of this post. Now he's bumped. Vatira can't get around, though, to make anything out of it. Nass. 100 boost to work with and possession of the ball. Vatira has been such a good pest, though. Nass. Air dribble resets. Just keeps throwing it directly at Vatira. And I don't know whose fault it is. Maybe it's expert defense from Vatira or Nass. We need to put a little bit of extra flair. Put some movement on those shots. Try and get it around him, but I think I'd prefer to credit Vatira and the way he's been playing defense all day today. The 50 and the 5-1 lead. Vatira. It was a close one in game 2. Just barely was he able to come back and win it. But it feels like it was in that moment when he won the show match, because since then, he has been able to keep Nass at bay. Nass demoed. Vatira. Another touch to the ceiling. So cleanly able to pass back and forth to himself. Nass in and out of the net in an attempt to make a save, and Vatira goes underneath. Nass cannot seem to make the right play in net right now. Vatira always finding his way through. 2 minutes left to go. Maybe Nass is seeing the hope dwindle away, but he has to stay confident. More than capable of coming back. And he'll have to play perfect. Reset, wave dash. That is the beginning of perfect play. Vatira swinging wide into net, allowing Nass to fall to the ground. And that's power and placement. Nass camera check, bumping Vatira. Vatira recovers so quickly and is able to score. Vatira just using the bump to his advantage somehow. Wave dashing cleanly and taking a quick shot. Vatira able to capitalize on what should have been a devastating bump. Nass able to wipe that from his memory quickly for the kickoff goal of his own, but these two keep going back and forth. There's not going to be enough time left for Nass to make the final jump back into this game. Here is a kickoff. He's going to bump Vatira. Smart play. Side flipping him. And now he has 3 goals to make up. Vatira. Flick. Chasing down for the bump. Nass is able to recover, has the save, and has the boost as well. Really clean catch from him. But he just lost the ball in the dribble. Got control of it quick enough, though. Vatira, I think, is sticking around, and as soon as he sees the ball roll off the car, he thinks this is my moment to maybe challenge. But Nass gets it right back up and pops it before Vatira can affect the play. 7-5. Nass is slowly inching his way back. What a great save, pre-flipping into it. Now he's got Vatira in net, 25 boost. This flick is wide. Vatira actually keeps it around in a scoreable position. I think it would have maybe bounced that even farther had he done nothing. Nass needed to put it on target, and he missed high, but he follows it up. Not perfection, but good enough. As the ball stays in play, and Vatira jumps without any boost in an attempt to stop the first shot. Vatira trying to hold on to this lead. We saw Vatira come back with a similar deficit, the same amount of time. He's able to steal game 2. Nass needs to do the same now. Vatira, a decent challenge, using up all his boost. As he chases down the midfield. Nass has 100. Vatira demos him, and that should secure the game. He's going to go waste some time, rolling it back into his half. Nass knows there's nothing he can do. Wait, Vatira chips it up. That was actually, you know, an actual chance, but Nass had already given up the series. It's Vatira who joins the top 4 of Atto, Ramas, and Moxie as they all stay alive for the $1,000 tomorrow.